Greetings. I figure I would take this time to tell you all the story about how I became a Satanist and certain things that I've accomplished in doing so. When I was a teenager, I had gotten my very first copy of the Satanic Bible by Dr. Anton LaVey. I can remember the look on my mother's face when she had asked me what I had purchased that day and seen the little black book. After all, she was a Catholic. Unfortunately, instead of expanding my mind, I only used the little black book as a tool for something even worse than what was actually inside. I would use the Satanic Bible to scare little old ladies and children, shouting, "Hail Satan, die Jesus, kill God." Years later, when I finally grew up from being an asshole, I decided to actually read the book and discovered that this book was somehow reading my mind. There were so many things written that not only I agreed with, but was logically a way of life that I had lived even as a child. The way the book was written made the act of reading very simple, warm, and welcoming. It was also full of wonder. Dr. LaVey wrote the book in such a way that it almost felt like he was in the room with you, explaining who I was and who I would become. I wasn't at all interested in the magic until I realized the positive outcome that could come with it. All I had to do was just believe. My very first ritual was done in 2012, when I had hit very hard times after working dead-end jobs for the past 6 years. After all, I believe a Satanist should be successful in his life. So I performed a compassion ritual to better myself personally, career-wise, as well as knowledge-wise. Understandably, rituals can take a while, but keep the confidence going as things fall into place. I have had successful workings in different careers for the past 5 years. I believe since that time in 2012 to our present time in 2019, I have matured and become a higher level Satanist through patience, knowledge, and confidence. I believe every Satanist has the power to better himself through ritual. But to have the power to change the life of another whose life has been in torment for many years takes a lot of practice. In 2018, I decided to help a friend of mine who was constantly haunted by nightmares, anxiety, and health issues. I had performed a destruction ritual to banish the person in her past who had tormented her. Then I performed a compassion ritual to help guide her onto the left-hand path. For the destruction ritual, I had her write in advance about her tragic past involving a violent boyfriend who abused her, her animals, and the people around him. She had written past moments, the name of her ex, and a lot of pent-up pain, including nightmares she had had for years due to the pain she went through. After being read, these words were burned into the candlelight, releasing her pain of the past. She has not had any nightmares since that ritual. She also doesn't take any medication that her doctor prescribes her. She's also been getting a lot more healthy, more active, able to deal with individuals outside of the house, and she's lost over 100 pounds. I am very proud for what she has definitely accomplished. She thanks Satan the same way that I would. But because of her confidence and because of the knowledge that she has gained so much more than just everything that she's accomplished. And I am very proud of what she has done. She thanks me every day for what she believes I had introduced her to. The thing that I tell her is that this has been her whole life. She just never knew. Because after all, one doesn't become a Satanist. One is born a Satanist. I am Satanism. I live my life as a Satanist. I affect life as a Satanist. Ave Satanas. Reggae Satanas. Hail Satan.